So those guns are like the skill set that you need to develop. So I would like to say all the aspiring MSLs to have these, 5 to 6 important skill set to get that first breakthrough. First is your scientific expertise, the scientific acumen. Okay, so you're applying for a particular role, disease area. So you have certain disease area that you apply for, like gastro, cardio, nephro, neuro. So these are the main ones where you have to see what expertise that you have in your internship days, or you have done your PhDs in that particular subject. So catch hold of that scientific expert and keep developing good hold over that disease area. Next, scientific, how do you communicate the scientific skills that you have? You need to have a good communication skills. So you need to be outspoken, because if you're, even though introverts can develop that outspoken skill, but you need to be, on top of your guns on this communication skill. So how do you, convince or talk to the other external as well as internal stakeholders, and presenting the skills that you have all comes under this communication skill. So you need to keep talking to people, meet new people, develop this skill that is really important. Next is collaboration. So nothing in this field can be done singly. So even a football game or cricket match, it's not a single-handed person can win a game. So it's all the collaboration within your internal team that has to be done with your sales, marketing team. Okay, so these are the major ones. And the another skill set is flexible. So how flexible you are to, every day is a, like I said, every day is a new challenge keeps coming. So you have to be very flexible in this dynamic market. So for example, I was given a territory of previously I was told that I'll have to cover South Africa, Australia and India. But then when I had joined the company, the things were all different. They're like, no, we are not looking at Australia now. You'll have to take care of South Africa. So at that moment, I had to take, I was prepared for myself for, I'll be going to Australia, but then it didn't happen. So on the spot, you need to have that, flexible nature. Insights gathering. So here, what kind of insights that you gather, that is very important for your company. So here you need to focus really on how you speak, ask questions, and gain those insights. So we'll take, have a discussion on this in the later classes regarding insights and emotional intelligence. So since you'll be working with, external stakeholders, you don't know how their mood is at that particular point of time. So you need to be very flexible as per the changes in the emotional status of the other person, and you need to be really flexible and in adjusting to what the other person emotionally the person is up to. Okay, so here we have one example of how you have to be critical enough in analyzing an article. Okay, so this is one of the skill set that I'm focusing on really how to understand an article. So here, if you see how good the article is, I would say NEJM really good. Okay, and you have to go in depth of the article to have a scientific discussion. So this skill set can be done when you practice yourself, by critical analysis of an article. So look into how good the topic is, where is there a head-on-head comparison, or it's with a placebo comparison. So all such, you can get the insights of the article, and such good articles have to be discussed with your KOLs, key opinion leaders. There, where you get your, top, you are in the top of the game when you really select good articles for a discussion. So this one skill set, that is how critically you analyze an article, plays a really good job. Okay, so another question that keeps coming is, where do I go? One, what's the career path after MSL? Okay, that would be, I would say, based on my experience, you could get into marketing, sales, or the clinical trial. So these are the big spectrum of job opportunities that you have, and you can grow in this medical affairs, or you can if you are gaining that experience, you can shift to other career paths as well. Because you are working with various stakeholders here, and you are in touch with all of them. So this plays a major role in getting a good profile experience in various directions in the pharma industry. So in the interview, if you get a chance, you get a breakthrough, I would like to say that you need to have this question. You ask yourself, why do you want to become an MSL? Okay, create your own story. Why do you want to become an MSL? And this has to be answered to the manager or whoever the hiring person is while taking an interview. So this story, I would say, is really important. So as per my experience, I was like, I like to talk, I like to travel, and so this is my story. And I had created the acronym MSL as medical science liaison. Okay, so my story was, a person, MSL is an intermediate, the liaison between the medical, that is the hospital, and the science, that is the pharma. So you are the eyes and ears of the pharma industry. So this was my story that I had created for myself for the interview. Second is the guide. So I would like to say that most of us find that difficulty in find the difficult. Most important thing is, how do I get it? How do I get my first interview? So here, getting that one person over any social network, or like we have LinkedIn, or your friends, colleagues. So get hold of them and ask for reference. Okay, ask them how to prepare. Like few of them have asked me, they have approached me on LinkedIn, and I did have a good conversation with them over call on how to get into the first role, the interview. So here, finding a guide is really important, and having a good CV. Okay, so here, that determines that 5 minutes of CV that is reviewed by the recruiter will really give a mirror image of your personality. So here I would like to say, have a good research that you do on how to make a CV on for MSL, and put in those requirements which an MSL wants, which MSL needs to become. Okay, and getting those points highlighted in your CV. For example, here you're applying for an oncology MSL. Put what work you had done in your in the hospital, or what research that you had done in the field of oncology. So these points have to be well written in your CV. And finally, here I would like to give you a brief overview of what preparation is required to get your breakthrough interview. So always choose the MSL role which is suited to your background. Like I said, you had worked in oncology, keep applying for the oncology MSL. Or you had an experience in cardiology, keep focusing on that cardiology MSL roles. Okay, so that is how you are narrowing your possibility of getting what you want. And when interviewing, ensure you have a detailed understanding of the role. Like I said, get your story right, get the roles and responsibilities right for the MSL, where you can tell, yeah, so this is what MSL does, and this is what I will do. And next is building up that network of experienced MSL professionals over LinkedIn, Indeed, Facebook. So any place that you have, so that is important, that you get your professional experience in touch with them. And so have that resilience, don't give up. Okay, so if today it's not happening, maybe tomorrow, day after, but it will happen for sure. And then finally, this is how perseverance, or giving everything what you want, what you dream of, will finally give you the target that you want. So with this, I would like to end by a quote by Mark Twain: sing like no one's listening, love like you have been never hurt, and dance like nobody is watching, and live like the heaven on the earth. So thank you. I hope It was informative one, and we'd look forward for any questions ahead.